Hello everyone! Welcome to the sequel! If you're here, it means you actually liked the first one. If you didn't see it, you're not gonna get the sense of humor. Get used to it. Well, it's that time of year again, isn't it? It's that time of silly year. It's the holidays. And the holidays can only mean two things. Drinking eggnog and watching Die Hard. It is a Christmas movie, deal with it. But you don't want to hear me talk. You want to know how I made this, right? Well, you're in luck. Just like I told you, this second part was going to start with another recipe. But, again, I asked you then and I'm asking you now. Make me a promise. Stick around to the end of this video after the recipe. I want to tell you a little bit about myself and why I made this channel. You're going to stick around, right? You're not just going to watch the recipe and go away, right? Here's the recipe. This is a very simple recipe, and this is all you're going to need. Almond milk unsweetened, heavy cream, ground nutmeg, ground cinnamon, an egg, stevia, a mixer to mix it all in, a glass, and I use this 1 ounce shot glass just to measure out the heavy cream. First, we're going to start with our heavy cream. We're going to put in 2 full ounces. Really not going to put in any more than that because, you know, calories. Yeah, calories are still a thing, even when you're on low carb. Hey, I don't make up the rules, okay? Next, I'm going to put in the almond milk. I'm not going to measure this out. I'm putting in enough to make about a 14 ounce glass of eggnog, so about this much. Gonna get 1 tablespoon of stevia. For the ground cinnamon and the nutmeg, I'm not going to measure it out. I'm just going to shake in, to taste, a bit of each. And now comes our egg. Now, we are using a raw egg. If you are not comfortable eating a raw egg, then I really don't have an alternative for you. This is an eggnog, folks. And now, we're going to just go ahead and mix all of this up really, really good. We want to make sure that all the ingredients, especially the egg, gets incorporated together very, very well. And now that we're done, we're going to do something very revolutionary, something that's never been done before. We're going to pour it into the glass. I really hope you're enjoying my sense of humor, folks. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and just for look, garnish it with a little bit more ground cinnamon. And this is our eggnog. So yeah, that's how you make this low-carb eggnog, but I know what you really want to know. I really, really know. You want to know how to make the version with this. Don't worry, that video is coming. So I'm going to enjoy this. I'm not even going to give you the pleasure. Cut the video. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Did you leave the camera running? You're So, are you getting used to my sense of humor yet? If not, I have no idea why you're still watching my videos. Otherwise, I hope you've all been having fun, and I really hope you're enjoying the recipes. Now, let me tell you a little bit about me. You did stick around, right? I mean, if you're not here, it's like, you know, it's not even like you're hearing this. I have no idea why I'm asking, but you stuck around, right? Okay, so a little bit about me. I am a type 2 diabetic. That much you probably already got from the first video. This video should be coming out right around the holidays of 2022. If you're watching it now, awesome! If you're not, well, now you have some context, because right around the holidays, Christmas 2017, Merry Christmas! I got diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic. That is one gift that really sucks. Excuse me, Santa Claus, I'd like to speak to your manager. I didn't have diabetes when I walked in here, and now I have diabetes. Can you explain to me, Mr. Santa Claus, how I suddenly just got diabetes? But to be a little bit more serious, I was diagnosed as a type 2 diabetic in 2017, right around Christmas. And it really was a sucky gift. At that point, my A1C wasn't terrible. It was in the low 6s. So I was basically around the pre-diabetic range, but I was well headed into very, very bad territory. And that really wouldn't get much better for a while. And I will explain all of this. I was given 3 options. Go on meds, go on a diet, or go on the combination of the both. I really wanted to try to control this with diet. Not surprising, most people do. So my doctor set me up with a nutritionist, and I was told all of the same things a nutritionist tells a diabetic. And honestly, the story is only going to get better from here. I was told to lay off the sugar. Okay, that's a given. I was told to lay off the white rice. Okay, I guess. Lay off the white bread. Okay. Stop using regular pasta noodles. Fine! Okay, so what do I eat then, nutritionist? Whole wheat and grain rice, whole wheat bread, whole wheat noodles, basically anything with grains in it was fine as long as it was whole wheat or whole grains. Only it wasn't. I laid off the sugar. I cut back on the sweets and treats and all that stuff. I love soda. I went to diet soda, and we'll have a different discussion about that another day. I ate all of the grains, and I kept the moderation in check, and it was pretty much, I did what I was told, and I did that for 3.5, almost 4 years, and nothing got better. So I was put on medication, metformin. If you're a type 2 diabetic, you have probably heard that word before, metformin. Only I can't take metformin. My body doesn't handle it well. I had a really bad reaction, so I couldn't take it. So instead, I was put on 2 other medications to control my diabetes, along with the diet. That wasn't working. Here was the reality check. My A1C in December of 2017 was roughly around 6.1, 6.2, and it slowly climbed up into the mid-6s, then it climbed up into the upper 6s, and then basically by June of 2021, my blood sugar, my A1C, hit its all-time high of 7.6. In layman terms, you do not want your blood sugar to be above a 5.6 because 5.6 and under is normal. 5.7 and higher is either pre-diabetic or just full-blown diabetic. I was 7.6. There are people that have had it way worse than that. There are people that hit 9s, 10s, 11s. There have been people that have even hit into like the 13 and 14 range, and that is very dangerous. 7.6, not the worst it could be. Still not good. Not good at all. So I was done. I was frustrated, and I was done with my nutritionist. I was just like, you're not helping me. This isn't working. What am I supposed to do? And that is when I discovered the low-carb diet. And yes, there are about a bazillion different low-carb diets out there, but all of them have their benefits, and does it really matter which one you go on if it's benefiting you? I really don't think so. That's my personal opinion. We'll talk about that in a different video later down the line. For me, Dirty keto was the way to go because it allowed me a lot of variety of foods and it also kept the carb count low. There are people who will look down on dirty keto. I won't lie to you about that. And as far as I'm concerned, the numbers don't lie. And I'll tell you the numbers in a couple of minutes. But there's nothing wrong with dirty keto in my book. And I will talk about this more down the line in a video. But that's what I decided to do. Oh no, we're heading into the battle of the low carb diets. Not on this video. When I decided to go on a low carb diet, and the reason why I dropped my nutritionist is because my nutritionist wasn't a big fan of the idea. Yeah, well, I'm not a fan of being a diabetic, so, just saying. Do something to help me fix my problem, or stop complaining. My doctor, on the other hand, has been pretty receptive of it because remember the numbers that I talked about. In June 2021, I was at 7.6. As of right now, we are in December of 2022, so a year and a half later, my blood sugar level is 5.0. 5.0. That's 100% normal blood sugar range. And slowly but surely, the medication started going away. So why am I making this channel? Well, I'm making this channel because there's a lot of people that hear the news that they are now a diabetic, and suddenly the frustrations in their life just increased tenfold. I know, I was there, and it's not fun. When you have a nutritionist that's just giving you a diet that clearly isn't working, but they're not straying away from it or thinking outside the box, it's time for you to think outside the box, and that's exactly what I did. I just started looking around, just tried to find different things that could work, and the low-carb diet just happened to find its way into my view. And yes, of course, I fell into that, but I have to give everything up. This is going to be too hard. I'm going to be hungry all the time phase. No more fried rice. No more spaghetti and pasta. No more pizza. No more ravioli. You gotta be kidding me. I can't do this. Only you can because it turns out there's a lot of different ways to make these foods. So, to be honest with you, I got rid of the grains. I got rid of the bread, the pasta, the rice, you name it. If it had a grain in it, it was out the door. Hey, rice! Rice and pasta! Yeah, you guys, bread, you too! Yeah, you go. You take a hike. Just go. I never want to see you again. I'm not gonna miss you. I don't miss them. Of course you're gonna miss these things sometimes. But there are plenty of other alternatives and substitutes. You will get to the point where you're just not even really thinking about them anymore. And for the most part, other than a fleeting thought where you're like, I really wish I could have some Italian bread today, you really don't think much about it. I just found substitutes for everything. It's just like cauliflower rice became my new rice. Shirataki noodles became my new pasta noodles. I started using egg wraps. Basically, and we'll get into this because I'm going to do a review on egg life wraps, but egg wraps have become my go-to for tacos and enchiladas and quesadillas and even pizzas and lasagna. Yeah, I can make a low-carb lasagna. Isn't that awesome? What do you mean other people's done it first? I am the innovator! I'm still going to show you how to do it anyway. So the reason why I made this channel is I hope to show you how you could use all these different ingredients, these substitutes, and these alternatives to make a lot of the same food you've always eaten. When I can use shirataki noodles to make lo mein, and I can use the cauliflower rice to make fried rice, and not have to worry about the carb limits in it because there's practically no carbs in those dishes, who am I to complain? And that is why you are probably here. You're trying to find ways to make your life as a diabetic a lot easier. Am I a doctor? No. Am I going to give you medical advice? No. All I'm going to do is give you advice based off from my own experiences and the experiences of a few people that I know. I am not going to sit here and pretend to be a doctor unless you're paying me a lot of money and I'm on TV and then I can say I'm a TV doctor. But what I do know is that with a low-carb diet, I got my blood sugar under control. And on top of that, I lost 83 pounds as of this video. 83 pounds! You know how much weight I've lost in one go in the past, at most? About 20 pounds. I have literally lost more than 4 times that amount on this low-carb diet. So I'm making this channel in hopes that it will help make your life a little easier. I'm also making this because I love making videos, so, you know, it gives me something to do. And with the recipes that I share with you on this channel, play with them. They're not the end-all be-all of recipes. You might find other low-carb ways of making these recipes, and that's kind of the point. This is a stepping stone. This is not an end-all be-all. These recipes can be changed and played around with. Like I said in my last video, a lot of the recipes that I'm going to show you here came from other places. I just changed them around, tailored them to my liking. And with that said, it's going to be really hard for me to credit everyone that deserves to be credited. Let me be clear about that. If you see one of your recipes or a version of it here and I don't credit it, it's not because I'm ignoring you or that I'm laying claim to the recipe. It's probably because I just changed it up so much and used other people's recipes in combination with your recipe that it's really hard for me to give exact credit to an exact person. Now, excuse me, hold on. There's more eggnog here. Are you gonna... whatever. But recipes is not all this channel is going to be about. I'm going to give opinions. Oh, am I going to give opinions? There's a lot of things out there when it comes to low-carb eating. There are people that will tell you to eat this way or eat that way. Don't eat this way. Don't eat that way. Stay away from this. Don't drink diet sodas. There's a bazillion things, and trust me, I have some real legitimate opinions on these subjects. I'm not saying you have to agree with me, but you have to agree with me. Of course, you don't have to agree with me, but no, you don't have to hurt my feelings, and you could just agree with me. But agree or disagree, whatever opinions I share, hopefully will still help you on your journey, this stepping stone that they keep talking about, into that journey of low-carb eating. Or again, you could just agree with me because, you know, that would just fit things easier for all of us. Yeah. So that's basically what this channel is going to be about. I am going to make a little minor update from my previous video. I was talking about what this channel was, like how it was going to break into different sections. And there's one change you're going to make. I said the first one was going to be the diabetic lunchbox, the second one was going to be the diabetic happy hour, and the third one would be a generalized video blog. That pretty much remains the same with the exception of the first one. I really liked the title of my first video, and this one, I beat diabetes eating this. The diabetic lunchbox is now going to be titled Beat Diabetes Eating This. So it's going to remove the I part because I want these two videos to be personalized more to me, where all those videos are going to be for everybody. So it's Beat Diabetes Eating This, and that's where I'm going to talk about the recipes and show you the recipes and talk about the keto foods that you can buy in the store and if they're actually any good, stuff like that. And that is going to be in the very next video. So you're going to get your very first full-blown recipe video with the next one, and it's going to be a good one. And even if you don't think it is, it's still a good one. You have to agree with me. We've already established this. Or don't. If you like my sense of humor, I hope you've been having a great time. If you don't, I hope you have Tylenol. Have a good one.